Good morning, and almost afternoon now, actually. As you can see, the time for me is 11:58. It's nearly exactly noon, but, so, good morning, nearly afternoon. I'm not your buddy Guy, here again. And the last video of today I want to do on the deception that a lot of people got fooled by. This is actually, I'm going to touch on a few other subjects while doing this video. But the Covington Catholic MAGA hat scandal. I don't know if you saw the video. Video of, a young boy wearing a MAGA hat. High school kid. Just standing there, smiling as a native man beat his drum in front of him. Practically right up in his face. They're both right up in their faces. And they just played that video. Twitter lit up. The world lit up. There were so many comments, so much disgusting comments. People calling, wanting to have these kids hunted down. Wanting to find out where they lived. Offering to have people commit violent acts to them. Offering money. Celebrities coming out and attacking them. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Like the video right here, what I've got. Here's another celebrity, Bill Maher. Bill Maher. A lot of people take what he says. They take it straight as fact. And the thing is nobody does research anymore. Going in line with the theme of today, everyone just parrots what they're told. Everyone parrots what they're told. They don't critically think anymore. They don't question things. They don't go to that video, just like I showed with the George Floyd video, or even the Donald Trump video. Nobody says, well, what led up to that? What's the context? For George Floyd, what led up to him being on the ground? What were the events? Donald Trump video, what's the context as to why he said that statement? What did he say before it? What did he say after it? Was he truly talking about the white supremacists? And funny, like I said, this is a huge problem in society, but it keeps stemming from one side of the political aisle. You might say, oh, well, I'm just specifically pointing out, their specific issues. Well, you know what? These three scandals I've just selected have taken America and the world by a raging wildfire. Maybe not so much the Covington Catholic, but I can guarantee you the both, very fine people hoax and the George Floyd have affected not just America, but definitely Canada, the UK, everywhere. They've impacted it. For better or worse, and in my opinion worse, they've impacted it. And it's all been because it's just one giant lie. Just one giant lie. Now, a lot more people know about the Covington Catholic, and they know the truth now. Thank God, a lot more people. But still, there are some people that still believe it to this day. To this day, 2 years ago, and they still believe it. Despite media companies paying out lawsuits, paying them out because they were lying. They were lying. They paid the kid. He made a lot of money from this. I'm sure he's going to be set for life with how much money he made. But the damage that is done is irreparable. Irreparable. Because people... I'm going to touch on a few other subjects in this video. Or after this video. But I want you to watch this. I want you to watch this. It's done by the Daily Caller. I don't know if you know much about the Daily Caller, but it's Tucker Carlson's personal own outlet. He does work at Fox News, but he actually does. He owns the Daily Caller. It's his own news outlet. Because honestly, I think probably one of the best journalists. You may not agree with his opinions, but one of the best, you know, the best news anchors out there, I'd have to say was Tucker Carlson. Because he's more so in pursuit of the truth. He doesn't try to go specifically for the political narrative. He wants to tell the truth. Even if it hurts the right, even if it hurts the left. He came out and he was attacking QAnon. Personally, I think QAnon is absolutely, crazy, and people are out to lunch. I have family members that believed it, and I kept telling them, don't. They get mad at me, but I keep saying, don't believe this. Don't believe this. But here's a quick short from the Daily Caller, and it's only 3 minutes long. Well, 3 minutes and 6 seconds. It's not that long, but I want you to watch it. It captures quite a bit, and then I'm going to talk about it after. There's a few points that get encapsulated in this video that I think a lot of people missed. Because there's a lot more in this video of content of things that are impacting not just America, but Canada, the UK, Australia, all these different Western civilizations. There's a lot of things going on. But I want you to watch this. So here we go. And I just want to give you a bit of a warning. There is a certain group in this. Before I play this video, there's a certain group in this that does say slurs, actual racial, actual slurs. They do. But you need to hear it. You need to listen to it. Like I said, we must witness with our own eyes and see it. We must witness with our own ears and hear it. You must pursue the truth. You must always question things. Never take things at face value. Ask what led up to it. And here we go. Here's a 3 minute and 6 second video. And let's play it.
Blame that f***ing kid. What a little prick. Smirk face. I do not get what Catholic priests see in these kids. That's right. Here come Gad. Here come Gad. Here come Gad. That's right. A damn faggot. That's right. And you's a cracker.
A bunch of babies made out of insects.
When you get old enough, they're gonna steal your organs. Hey, we love you, bro. Hey, we love you.
Give faggots rights.
Goddamn dog. That's right. Here come Gad. Here come Gad. Here come Gad. Now they gonna join in, huh? Gad.
I felt threatened because when we were there and we were in front of them, they surrounded us.
I blame lead poisoning. And bad parenting. And oh yeah, I blame that f***ing kid. What a little prick.
This is indigenous lands. We're not supposed to have laws here. We never did. Millennium. Before anybody else came here, we never had laws. We never had a prison.
Do you think, sir, you should have walked away?
That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to walk away. There was a spot, there was a place where I could take my peoples because we were surrounded. We couldn't go right, we couldn't go left, back,
I don't blame the kid, the smirking kid. I blame lead poisoning. And bad parenting. And oh yeah, I blame that f***ing kid. What a little prick. Smirk face. Smirk face says, please. Like, that's not a dick move at any age to stick your face in this elderly man. And this smirking kid says he was just trying to diffuse the situation by, really? You know what? Next time you get into a fight with your wife or your husband or your boyfriend or your girlfriend, try that. Try getting 2 inches from their face with a shit-eating grin and see if it diffuses the situation. Yes? kid should have done what everyone does during a drum solo. Leave. But, really, I mean, I don't spend a lot of time, I must tell you, around Catholic school children. But I do not get what Catholic priests see in these kids.
And there you have it. There's a lot to unpack from that video. A lot. As you saw there are news media outlets that were attacking these kids, just coming out, blaming them. Nathan Phillips, lying, night after night. Took a while until finally people started realizing, oh, hey, you know, these people are lying. Thank God the truth got its laces tied early. And people started sharing the actual full video, which is over an hour. I think it's over an hour long. You know, thank God people showed that. Thank God it circulated, but still, a lot of people still buy that narrative today. They still believe it. But some of the things to unpack from this video. You heard those slurs. Do you know who's saying that? The Black Israelites. You know, this was something that I touched on one of my videos from yesterday. Black supremacists. That's a real issue that we deal with today. You hear that? They're calling babies insects. You heard all those different slurs. Hateful. These people are truly hateful. Now, I'm not for speech laws. I want people to see this. Do you know why? Because I believe sunlight is the best disinfectant. I want people to know their opinions. I want people to see who they are, what they believe, to know the truth. Because if all we do is censor, people will just assume, like, if we allow the censorship that happens today, that exists today, right now, with what happened, even with the most recent election, the American election, the censorship that occurred during that. If we allowed that to occur during this, even this Covington Catholic, scandal, the truth wouldn't have come out. These kids wouldn't have, they might have won the lawsuits, I don't know. Definitely would decrease the likelihood. They would definitely be socially persecuted, though. I can guarantee you that. They wouldn't have anywhere near the support that they did because the truth came out. They would be persecuted. These black supremacists, listen to what they're saying. You really got to look into this group. You really do. It's sad because everyone's always focused on, the white supremacists, the Nazis, the KKK. As I talked about in the first video, I could play a whole video of how many times Trump denounced that. It's not even funny. It's to such a disgusting extent. A disgusting extent that it amazes me that they still played it and people still bought it. Just goes to show you how good the media is at lying. It really is. It just comes back down to which side of the political aisle this all rests on. Who was one of the first news outlets to just come out with the truth? Fox News, of course. Go figure. Left always criticize them and say, oh, they're always right-leaning. They got that conservative bias. Well, sure, they might have a conservative bias, but at least they're telling the truth. I would much prefer the truth than having a political twist. Any day, of every day. Because with the truth, we can actually determine the best possible outcome for any situation. We can make informed decisions with our life, our collective well-being as a society and country. But black supremacy is a real issue that is being just swept under the carpet. It really and truly is. And more people need to start looking into that. Look into the Black Israelites. It's a real group. They really exist. And they believe some really horrific things. And what they want to do. Look into Farrakhan. There's a lot of things to look into. So that's one aspect that I want to unpack from that video. So do your due diligence, Watch it. Listen to it. See it with your eyes. Hear it with your ears. Another thing I want to unpack from that was how Bill Maher was handling the situation. It has such an elitist attitude to it. This is something I have been seeing with the left. It does happen with the right. It does. Absolutely. It does. But I see it far more prevalent in the left, in which they have this elitist attitude and how they treat you, how they act, how they behave. They think they know everything. And they really are talking down to people. They really are treating you like it truly amazes me. It truly amazes me. Here he's attacking some 16-year-old kid. Saying, oh, well, you should know how to diffuse a potentially violent situation. When you're 16, when you're 16, dude walks up to you while playing a drum, and all you do is just stand there and smile. Because, you know what, you're 16 and you might be nervous. Nicholas Sandman said he was nervous. All he could do was just stand there and smile. Like a deer in headlights. And if you saw half the things people put on Twitter, half the things people were saying, half the things celebrities, like this is what Bill Maher was saying. Look at that. Look at what he was saying. Bashing a religion. Blaming the parents. Blaming the kid. Blaming a 16-year-old. Doesn't know any better. Not willing to look at the evidence. Not willing to watch the whole video. Just assuming from, what was that, like a 30-second or 1-minute clip, just assuming he could fill in the rest of the context of everything else that was said. This is just like the Donald Trump video that I started with today. Just the same thing. They just assume to fill in the context. No one bothers to watch it. In all those 3 years, no one had 9 minutes. No one had 9 minutes. I mean, heck, yeah, that video I'm referencing for the Covington kids, it's over an hour long, but you wouldn't need to watch a whole hour of it to see that not only did Nathan Phillips enter the group, but to understand the scope of the situation, that it was all based on a lie. The dude just kept lying. Nathan Phillips even went to the extent of saying, oh, yeah, I was a Vietnam vet, and trying to imply that he fought in the Vietnam War. Dude got discharged and he was just a fridge repairman. He didn't fight in Vietnam, but he wanted you to believe he did. Dude is a deceiver. And go figure, what side of the political aisle was he on? You already know the answer. You know what I'm going to say. So, the left. The left, again. I don't want to criticize them too much. I try not to, but they lie so much. And they do it because they can get away with it. This time, they didn't. It's good that they got caught, but if they had the censorship they have right now, that exists right now from Twitter and Facebook, Google, they'd get away with it. They would. They got away with the very fine people hoax. You know why? Because they control the various institutions. They control it through fear, keeping people in line, making them be afraid of stepping on eggshells or glass, making sure you personally censor what you say. I don't like it. I don't like it. This kid, he went through hell. And it could have been so much worse if it happened today. So much worse. People need to start critically thinking. They can't take things at face value. If you see a 30-second clip that gets you angry, do yourself a favor and watch what happened before that 30-second clip. Watch what happened after that 30-second clip. Understand what is the context of the situation. What happened? Is what your favorite YouTuber saying the truth? Or are they just trying to grift and get your money, your eyeballs for attention? Is it a politician trying to say it to give you the truth? Or are they just saying it so they can get you riled up and angry? So you'll want to vote against the party that whoever they might represent, to vote against them, to fight against them, to make you feel like you're fighting an actual tyrannical group. Let's call Donald Trump the worst of the worst. They called him so many different names. Even the leader of the National Socialists in World War II. He wasn't. That was all one big lie. Just like everything else. Just like these 3 videos I've put out, it's all lies. It's all lies because it's all about controlling the narrative. If they control the narrative and making you believe these lies, they can lead you in the direction they want you to go in. But if you seek the information out, if you understand it, if you critically think and question things around you, I'm not saying Fox, listen to Fox News blindly. I'm not saying listen to the Daily Caller blindly, CNN blindly, MSNBC blindly. Doesn't matter who. Question it. If they put out a video, be like, okay, I saw that video. Okay, well, what happened? What else happened? I'd like to know. If you don't have the time, I get it. We have our own lives. We have our own jobs. We have our careers, our families. We're busy. But if it's something that's going to get you riled up, if it's going to get you mad, what you need to do is you need to stop. You need to calm down. And then you need to start questioning things. Don't go along with the mob. Because very often, not all the time, but very often, the mob is in the wrong. Because they're just acting on emotion. And that's all you're doing. You're not thinking things critically. You're just going on emotion. You're running. You're fueled by emotion. And I get it. I get it. Watching that George Floyd video, I get it. I'd be angry too. I would be. But the better part of me was saying, well, what led up to this? What did the autopsy report say? Covington kids. Did they surround him? Is what this Native American saying true? What's this talk about racial epithets and slurs being thrown around? Or are these other slurs being thrown around? What's this? Where's this video? I need to find it. I want to see this. Or Donald Trump. Well, they're very fine people. He was saying Nazis and KKK and white supremacists were very fine people. Saying that. Well, did he? You need to watch these things for yourself. You need to hear them for yourself. You need to question. Always question life. Our education system has done a great service to many generations in just making us just simply blindly parrot what we're told. And you know what? I'm just as guilty of that when I was younger. 100% guilty. This is something that I had to do on my own. to start questioning things around me, start questioning the world, my government, other governments, the actions of people, of media, politicians, massive telecom companies. What's the incentive of what they're doing? Is there any motive behind their actions? We need to question it, question everything. Because this Covington kid's situation, if you read half, if you read half the things I saw, you'd be surprised that nothing bad happened to them. More importantly, you'd be thankful that nothing did. I mean, hell. Do you remember? This happened, was it halfway through Trump's presidency? I think it was halfway through his presidency. Or maybe it was after the first year. I can't remember. Kathy Griffin, that infamous photo of her standing there, holding a fake version of President Donald Trump's severed and bloodied head. What side of the political aisle again? You know it, the left. This is why I say they're the greater problem. They thought it was a good idea to display the president's head severed and bloodied. This is why I got to tell you, if you're on the left, I get you want to be empathetic. I get you probably want to care for people, and you're on that side because you believe it's the best side to achieve that. I'll tell you for starters, no, it's not. It's definitely not. You do need a healthy balance of both the left and right, but you don't need to overdose on the left, and you don't need to overdose on the right either. But right now we're getting a heavy overdose of the left. But right now, with the lies, the calls for violence, the burning down of cities, the murdering of people at memorials, erecting memorials based on lies, destroying entire presidencies on lies, threatening to murder children, and showing a severed head of the President of the United States. You need to look in the mirror. You need to look in the mirror and start questioning, are you the good guys anymore? Do you stand for what good guys, whether in movies, stories, historical context, would the good guys be doing those things? I saw countless videos because that was the thing. See, that was the key thing of this whole Covington Catholic school thing. It wasn't because they were just, white students and they were in front of a native. It was the MAGA hat, that red hat. That's what set off so many on the left because they right now, and this is I'm dead to right serious. There is an actual derangement that is occurring right now. An actual derangement. And we need to address it. Because this insanity, it will bring down our nation. It will bring down so much around us. It will do so much damage. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. And I'm really sorry for these long videos. My intention was usually like 10-minute videos, but there's so much context and so many things that need to be unpacked for these different situations that people need to understand. You need to understand the context of situations. You need to question situations. You can't just take everything at face value. And because of and going back to the MAGA hat point, I saw so many videos of some elderly couples wearing the hats. And then you've got some black-clad individuals, young people on the left, because Antifa is of the left, beating them. Beating them. Old people. Children. Beating them. The video's out there. You can look it up yourself. If you don't believe me, look it up. I've already showed you some videos. I've showed you multiple videos already today. This is my last video for today, but I've already showed you several videos that have already disproved blatant narratives that have done so much destruction. So much destruction. Especially the George Floyd. Caused so much destruction in its wake. And all for what? If you ask me, it's all about the left wanting power. They don't care what they have to do to attain it. They don't care how many people have to die for them to get it. They don't care if they are going to murder 15,000 seniors in retirement homes. Or, senior folk facilities. They don't care. They just want the power. They want the keys to the castle. They don't care who they have to hurt, who they have to bribe, who they have to lie to. They don't care. And it's this sort of despicable, disgusting behavior which I am just so vehemently against, in which we must all fight. If this behavior was happening by Donald Trump and on the conservative side and on the right side, I would be just as furious. Because it shouldn't be happening. Period. Full stop. End of sentence. Full stop. Shouldn't be happening. But it is right now. And no one wants to call it out. No one. You'll have a few. But the vast majority of people are just staying silent. A good amount is ignorance. Another good amount is grifting. And another amount is people just wanting to see the world burn. Even outsiders are wanting to see Western civilization collapse. You'd be surprised how much Chinese influence happens in America. For us Canadians, be surprised how much Chinese influence happens here in Canada. It's pretty scary, but that'll be another video. So, I hope you have a few points to take away from this video. It's a bit long, 33 minutes and 35 seconds. I don't mean to be making these long videos for you guys, and props to you if you do listen to the end. I really hope it spurs you to start questioning things in the world around you, because you need to. That's one trait you need to throw out that you have learned from school. Don't parrot. Don't become a parrot. Don't become a mindless drone. You have a beautiful mind. Use it. Question things. Witness things. So, without further ado, and I gotta start getting my day together, because it's already 12:32, as you can see on my phone, and frick, all I've done is videos so far this morning. So, you guys and gals, have yourselves a wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. I hope you have a great Saturday. Have a great Sunday. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Definitely appreciate everyone who subscribes. Smash that like button. And just comment down below. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you actually saw that video of the Covington kids. Let me know. Tell me if you still believe it. Did this video change change the context of what you realized? What now you know the truth. Tell me your opinions on what you think about the whole situation, about everything. Let me know down below. But smash that like button, hit subscribe, and share the video if you can. Share it with everyone you can, because we need people to start critically thinking. We need people to start questioning things, not taking things at face value. Even I myself, I don't mind having, receiving constructive criticism, or just criticism, period. If there's something I'm missing, if there's something I misspoke or anything in any of these videos, let me know. Comment down below, let me know. Because I'm always striving to be the best possible version of me. Because all I'm doing is, I'm not doing you a disservice. If anything, I'm doing myself a disservice by not trying to strive to be the best possible version of me. The best possible version of me that I see is someone that wants the truth to be told. Someone who wants people to question the world around them. So, have a wonderful day. Enjoy the weekend. Cheers.